you're going to be sorely disappointed, because if clickbait was an amendment, this is it. Okay, I cannot believe it.
That's right. Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively, the case that keeps on giving. New evidence is sinking Blake Lively's claim.
The legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is escalating. They co-star in the recent movie It Ends With Us. This seems to never end, which he directed and she produced. Now, she claims he harassed her on set. He denies it. In a newly revised court complaint, Lively claims other women also felt uncomfortable around Justin Baldoni.
Candace Owens, the controversial political commentator, has reportedly proven that Blake Lively's ongoing court trial is actually hurting women. Yes, you heard that right. A case that started as a private legal battle has now spiraled into something much bigger, dragging in celebrities, exposing hidden agendas, and setting the internet on fire. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild, scandal-filled ride. Let's break it all down.
Oh my, Justin Baldoni's lawyers have now leaked the official footage of her alleged sexual harassment, and I now need this to go to trial. So the story goes, essentially, he says she didn't even read the book before signing on to the project. Then she read the book and kind of became consumed with it, and wanted to basically introduce her own lines and wanted to become a part of the project and rework the script. So she submitted to him her ideas for how to rework the script, and apparently he gave her feedback, essentially saying, like, you know, I really love how passionate you are about this project. Maybe we'll take some of these ideas, but like, obviously we're not going to take all these ideas because it's our project. And this was not good for Blake.
Balake.
She said, no, this does not work for me. I am Blake Lively. I have my children are the godchildren of Taylor Swift. We get what we want in life, and right now I want your movie. Then he provides Blake Lively's response, and she actually wrote this, guys. She wrote this. This is her text message back to Justin Baldoni. She wrote, "If you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi. And like her, I happen to have a few dragons. For better or worse, but usually for better. Because my dragons also protect those that I fight for. So really, we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too, I can promise." Little smiley face. I'm so scared.
But as you can see from this thumbnail photo right here, it is a video that has emerged of paparazzi snagging Blake Lively getting a load of Justin Baldoni's lip. That's right, she bites his lip. Now, why is this a big deal? Normally, it wouldn't be. Sure, they're making out. Well, one of Blake Lively's big claims in her harassment suit against Justin Baldoni is that he bit her lip and it wasn't approved. Well, what's to say that her biting his lip was approved?
So, first things first, what exactly is this trial about? According to insiders, Blake Lively has been locked in a bitter legal battle for months, with accusations flying in every direction. Allegations include defamation, harassment, and even claims of intentional infliction of emotional distress.
In a newly revised court complaint, Lively claims other women also felt uncomfortable around Justin Baldoni.
On Wednesday, Baldoni's lawyer slammed the appearance in a statement, saying, quote, "Our clients have taken this matter and these issues very seriously, notwithstanding the jokes made publicly by the plaintiff and her husband." In December, Lively first accused Baldoni of the alleged on-set abuse and then orchestrating a smear campaign against her.
I was recently name-checked in Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' recent filing against Justin Baldoni in Wayfarer Studios. I did it. I made it. I can now retire. All of the haters out there who doubted me are now asking for forgiveness. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who believed in me, who believed in us, who knew that this day would come.
But here's where things get even crazier. The trial has reportedly taken a dramatic turn with the introduction of Candace Owens as a key witness. Some sources suggest that Candace has crucial evidence that could change everything, while others claim she's being forced to testify against her will. Either way, the courtroom has never been more dramatic.
I have to say, first of all, I listened to her whole theory earlier today, and I have to say, one of the things that I find so amusing about this, as Candace Owens says herself as well, is like she is supporting this feminist guy with a man bun and like a self-proclaimed woke man, and she is supporting him and promoting him. And I think that's really funny. And I think in a sense, you know, today when there's so much tension in the political landscape. And as we know, Candace Owens is very conservative. I think it's great that, you know, she can have this kind of outreach to both conservatives and liberals. Because I think people are really starting to agree that Justin Baldoni is not the bad guy here. And I think it's lovely that, you know, you can put your political differences aside and agree on something. So maybe that's the little silver lining here.
Candace Owens, the provocative political commentator, has released a slew of Instagram stories detailing everything going down in the world of Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively. And the main thesis behind the Instagram stories, which I'm about to share with you, is that Ryan Reynolds may be pulling the strings behind the scenes.
While these claims remain unverified, they've sparked a firestorm of speculation online. Some fans are standing by Blake, arguing that she's being unfairly targeted. Others think there's more to the story, perhaps even a deeper Hollywood-wide conspiracy at play. But why is Candace Owens getting involved in the first place? Let's dig deeper.
100% Ryan was the one who put this line in here. Not SNL, not Tina Fey, not Blake Lively, but Ryan. And sure enough, some amazing mommy sleuth sends me a link yesterday.
If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Having said all of that, it should be apparent that I am on the side of the oppressed, Justin Baldoni. But now a new kerfuffle is getting a lot of attention.
Now let's get into the juicy details. Candace Owens has reportedly brought forward proof that Blake Lively's court trial is negatively impacting women, particularly women in the entertainment industry. According to inside sources, this proof includes leaked emails, text messages, and even eyewitness testimonies that allegedly show the consequences of this trial on women's professional lives.
Here's how it starts. She released this on Thursday evening. No show today. We're working on our Macron piece, but I've received some interesting, very information for those of us who are interested in the Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively debacle. Yesterday, I received a tip from someone who allegedly worked on the set of It Ends With Us. Lately, everyone is bashing Blake Lively, but apparently the true villain in this saga is Ryan Reynolds. All right. This person is alleging that everything started when Ryan Reynolds decided to stroll onto the movie set one day and review the dailies. This is an industry term for all the footage that they filmed for that day. I learned this 5 minutes ago. He then, Ryan Reynolds, decided to take a look at the script, and between the two, something allegedly set him off. This person claims, and I cannot verify, that the production assistants then overheard Ryan and Blake having an argument in her trailer. And I wonder why she can't verify. I mean, it's like you don't have to share their names, but you couldn't get any proof that this person was legit. Ryan Reynolds started being on the set on a regular basis as if he were her chaperone. And that is when he started inserting himself into the actual production, including writing lines, anonymous source.
But here's the twist. Not everyone believes Candace. Some insiders claim she's exaggerating the impact to gain more attention and push her own political agenda. Others argue that her information is legitimate and that the trial truly does have larger implications for women in Hollywood. So is Candace exposing a hidden truth? Or is she spinning a narrative for clicks? Let's take a closer look.
We've got updates from Candace Owens. That's right, she's got sources claiming WME was strong-armed by Ryan Reynolds. She's really going on a crusade against Ryan Reynolds. She says she has sources in the family. Whether that's true, we're not sure. But she's discussing the fact that William Morris Endeavor, who dropped Justin Baldoni and publicly said it wasn't because of Ryan Reynolds, well, now Candace is saying, no, it was because of Ryan Reynolds. Here's what happened.
A-list friends. I'm friends with Taylor Swift. I am friends with Hugh Jackman. I'm the person that plays Deadpool. And that is when this person was a strong contact. So this isn't like a little bit of tea. This is like, I felt good receiving this information from another person who said that it was Ryan Reynolds who marched into WME, okay, which is Endeavor. It's also called Endeavor. It is the biggest talent agency in the world. Every celebrity is under there, from Taylor Swift to Justin Baldoni. and said, it's us or it's him. Like, you're going to drop Justin Baldoni or you're going to lose all of us. And obviously that has a little bit of weight at Endeavor if you're friends with Taylor Swift. So here's the article of what happened next. You can see Justin Baldoni gets dropped from WME in wake of Blake Lively's sexual harassment allegations. That person is telling me that it was 100% Ryan that orchestrated that dropping, and it was an ultimatum that he delivered to their door. So Ryan felt like he won. He had Justin Baldoni, as we showed you, in the basement at his own premiere event, even though it was his movie that his production company brought the rights from. Justin Baldoni in a basement with his wife and his family, celebrating it next to Dasani water, making the best of it.
To understand the full picture, we need to rewind and look at Blake Lively's past. Known for her elegance and picture-perfect public image, Blake has largely avoided controversy until now. However, some sources allege that behind closed doors, Blake hasn't always been the angelic figure she portrays.
You're going to realize that she's not being held captive by Ryan Reynolds, okay? They're both narcissists, and the way that she executed her plan against Justin Baldoni by using the cast of characters around Justin Baldoni, like Isabella Ferrer and Liz Plank. They really are the strategy here for her lawyers, while Brian Friedman is delivering point after point after point, followed by evidence with no emotion in the documents. They're just girl bossing it. They're just like, wear your florals. We're going to file an amendment. It's going to be cute. We're going to give you so much emotion. It's going to feel good. Forget the facts. How do you feel? Truly, that's what it is. It is a display of like a hyper stereotype of what it means to be a woman. That's how I felt reading this. I was like, give me teeth. Give me the facts. I don't care about the feelings. It just starts with straight feelings, okay? In the introduction, it opens up by being like, the way that Justin Baldoni has represented himself in the past, really, we're just going to set the stage as if they're writing a script and they're not filing a document in court. This is actually the language from the introduction. It reads this.
According to reports, Blake has faced accusations of mistreating hotel staff, damaging property, and even engaging in behind-the-scenes feuds with other celebrities. And get this, there are even whispers that she has worked behind the scenes to control industry narratives, silencing critics, and manipulating the media.
In public, Mr. Baldoni gave the appearance of taking responsibility for the fact that he had, quote, unconsciously been hurting and silencing women in his life, and implored men to be man enough to, quote, shut the hell up and listen to women. He claimed that he wanted to end toxic masculinity, acknowledging his own toxic behavior by admitting that, quote, there is a woman or two that I in some way made uncomfortable by saying something or doing something that was chauvinistic or sexist. There is 1,000,000% probability that that exists, pardon. Okay? And he said that he wanted to say that he was sorry and that he would do better. So I'm going to show you what they're quoting from. Again, published in 2017. Actually, I think I'm girl mathing it. That would be more than 5 years ago, okay? That would be 6-7 years ago, okay? Take a listen.
I've had to take a real honest look at the ways that I've unconsciously been hurting the women in my life. And it's ugly. My wife told me that I had been acting in a certain way that hurt her and not correcting it. Basically, sometimes when she would go to speak, at home or in public, I would just cut her off mid-sentence and finish her thought for her. It's awful. The worst part was that I was completely unaware when I was doing it. It was unconscious. So here I am doing my part, trying to be a feminist, amplifying the voices of women around the world, and yet at home, I am using my louder voice to silence the woman I love the most. So I had to ask myself a tough question. Am I man enough to just shut the hell up and listen?
That's what they thought. They were like, we got him. We found this thing from 7 or 8 years ago on TEDx, and we're going to quote it as if it has anything to do with this lawsuit, as if it could be evidentiary for anything that we are alleging. Have they forgotten themselves? You are alleging that he conspired behind the scenes to launch a smear campaign, okay? You're not writing a script. You're not driving me into your narrative by using obscure quotations from a TEDx talk that he gave almost a decade ago.
While none of these allegations have been proven, they've certainly cast a shadow over her reputation. Could this court case be the result of long-standing power struggles in Hollywood? Let's explore the bigger picture.
I was one of the few people that I didn't immediately change my mind when Justin Baldoni first came out with his side of the story. I was not prepared for the mountain and the line-by-line evidence that disputed every single solitary thing that Blake Lively said. Everything. So, unless Blake Lively has some massive smoking gun, like a video of Justin Baldoni harassing her or doing something terrible, I am terrified for her and Ryan Reynolds' reputation, because if this goes to court, it could be the end of them. The end of them forever, because they seem like terrible people.
Owens is she's on the trail. What do you want to say? You know, as far as this case goes, she's just continuing to share what sources are telling her.
As this scandal unfolds, other celebrities are starting to weigh in. Meghan Markle, who has had her own run-ins with Candace Owens, has subtly thrown shade at both sides, reportedly telling close sources that Hollywood thrives on manufactured controversy. Meanwhile, Taylor Swift, who has worked with Blake Lively in the past, has remained silent, causing fans to speculate whether she's distancing herself from the drama. And then there's Kanye West. Yes, you heard that right. Kanye, who has had his fair share of beef with Candace Owens, recently commented on the situation, posting a cryptic Instagram story that read, "Fake people get fake problems." Was that aimed at Blake? At Candace? No one knows for sure.
And she is basically saying that Ryan Reynolds is kind of behind most of the things that's been going on. He's been very manipulative towards Blake Lively, and he's been like the jealous husband. She's showing a lot of posts from Instagram, things that happen on Twitter. She's, of course, talking about Nice Pool, and she's talking about that interview.
Even Jennifer Lawrence had something to say about the issue, calling the whole ordeal a classic example of why Hollywood is broken. Oof, shots fired.
Anyways, I am better now. I'm happy now. I'm more than better because we did it. Like I said, I am not involved in this lawsuit, or at least that's what my lawyer kept telling me. Oh no, you're not a part of this lawsuit. Well, joke's on him, because I have now been name checked in this lawsuit. So let's back it up and I'll explain how we got here. I'm just giddy. Got so much joy right now.
Since Candace's so-called proof went viral, public reaction has been explosive. On one side, there are die-hard Candace fans who believe she's speaking the truth. On the other side, Blake's supporters are standing firmly behind her, calling this entire scandal a smear campaign.
So Judge Lehman, don't forget, the parties all met, kind of a preliminary hearing. It's just the lawyers met. And Judge Lehman of New York instructed both of the parties of the suit to submit a proposed protective order. I think the deadline he gave them was March 10th for a proposed protective order, because both teams agreed that some kind of a protective order would indeed be appropriate for this case to protect confidential information. Now, as we reported, Brian Friedman and Wayfarer wanted essentially a model protection order, which is indeed standard. It's just a standard protection order. But on the 20th, which was I think last Friday, Blake's team filed for a slightly modified type of protection order that would include increased protections to third parties.
Meanwhile, major news outlets have jumped on the story with headlines like "Candace Owens proves Blake Lively's court trial is hurting women and Blake Lively exposed." Some media personalities are even speculating that Blake's career could take a major hit if the allegations against her gain traction. But here's the bigger question. How will this impact the industry as a whole? Let's talk about it. This entire scandal raises an even bigger question. Is Hollywood's obsession with power, money, and control pushing even the most successful figures into these dramatic legal battles? From the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard fiasco to the never-ending drama surrounding Britney Spears' conservatorship, we've seen time and time again how the industry can tear people apart. Blake Lively and Candace Owens, despite being on opposite ends of the spectrum, are now caught in the same web of Hollywood chaos. And as for Candace's proof, whether legitimate or not, it has sparked a crucial conversation about how the entertainment industry treats women and how these legal battles can have ripple effects far beyond the courtroom.
It just means keeping some of the material that will come out through the course of a high-profile lawsuit away from the general public, most importantly because it's just irrelevant, stuff that has no bearing on the legal consequences of the case, but might unintentionally stir the public. Example, they subpoena my financial records because I'm alleging that something was done that led to severe financial consequence in my life. So the other side says, okay, we're going to subpoena your financial records. And in the process, they become privy to things that might embarrass me.
One thing's for sure, this is far from over. All right, that's all we've got for today. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Candace Owens' claim that Blake Lively's court trial is hurting women? Is there truth to it? Or is this just another attempt to manufacture controversy? Let's get the discussion going in the comments below. I need to hear your thoughts on this one. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insanely juicy celebrity news. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.